Charge my rider. I'll let you admire. She's in the name of Jesus in the evening and in the night. You've been gleaming up in the night. I wouldn't change you. They know they hate you. As soon as you came through. If you started looking everyone's face, you know what you go down, down, down like a lady, special lady. Go down, down, down like a lady. Special, you could see that love strike. Couldn't take the eyes of you, it was all love strike. Baby, time to make a move story. Me and you are making it story. Malaka, eh. This I love is since you passed on me. Oh, na na, watch me one on the floor now. Hey, I say, oh, na na, you're killing it on the low now. I wouldn't change for you, do anything for you. Soon as I come through, still look on everyone's face, they watch me go down, down, down like a lady, special lady. Go down, down, down like a lady, special. You can see that love strike.
I beg you, take it easy, better slow down, and I'm putting teasing. You're on the wild wish for the weekend. I can show down, but you know that now you're all time. I'll be home. I'm sure Robert's near Jamaica, wherever they are, reaching out to all the masses on the African continent. And in Julie too, the Pan-African Bliss Show, with your host, none other than Joe B. This might be time to see ya.
Go down, down, down like a lady do. Yes, family, karibuni sana to yet another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss-Rights here on the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. My name is Dobby. To the first-time listeners and viewers, I hope you guys can get me loud and clear. And of course, shout out to everyone on YouTube, shout out to everyone on Facebook, shout out to everyone on Twitter, shout out to everyone on Rumble. I'm so proud of me actually that I did get to discover yesterday how to check the comments on the live chat and the Rumble. So yes, in case you are live streaming with me on Rumble, kindly keep your comments coming. My bad if you have been texting or other communicating to us via Rumble. I'm so sorry. I didn't know where the live chat was, but yes, I have gotten to be able to get to know where the live chat is, and I can be able to see your comments as you keep them coming. So yes, in case you're on Rumble, karibu sana, and in case you are new, kindly do consider following us on that amazing platform where we're given the opportunity to speak nothing but the truth. But for those who are on Facebook, remember to join, and as you click that like button, on those who are on YouTube, click that like button. For those who are on the radio station, remember to keep your comments coming via the live stream. I'm over there because I'm getting to see who is listening to us. So karibuni sana, and of course, let me know what's the time on your end as you live stream with us, and how is your day coming along. It is on a Tuesday, and for us, it is exactly 8 minutes past 1 p.m. What is the time on your end? And of course, that was NSG with featuring, not NSG, my bad, Western featuring Tiwa Savage. I really love NSG, but that is Western featuring Tiwa Savage, and the name of the jam is Love Struck. And of course, we shall be getting back to one more banger. This is Misbehavior by Boutros and Savara featuring Furthermore. We shall be back with the quote of the day as we get started straight with our updates, and of course, keep it interactive. Yeah, hey, okay, Johnson, notice that you like
all the way in Switzerland, and you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio.
Billion Makali in an instigate. Now Mississippi cake, I'll break your heart and I do it again. Yes, and my revolutionary quote of the day, rather my revolution quote of the day today says, you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. You must never be fearful of what you're doing. You must never be fearful about what you're doing. Shit. You must never be fearful about what you're doing when it is right. That's just that simple. When it is right. And I think I've been speaking about this when it comes to revolution. And I spoke about this, I think, on Friday and even yesterday. This is something I keep on mentioning every single day. Even yesterday, they mentioned it. And shout out to Vince. I remember he was one of the people on the chats and, giving his sentiments about the same. And there's how he defined fear. And in case you shall be able to join us again, that is Vince. I am. Shout out to you. I hope you can also be able to describe that again. This is how he described fear, and it is just a strong term when you get to literally underline the whole of it. How it has been projected, especially to us as African people. But once again, karibuni sana. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Leo naangusha, by the way. I have gotten the Katie effect. I think I have gotten the Katie effect. I'm getting to angusha a lot of bananas mingi sana. But karibuni sana. I hope you guys can let me know what is the time on your end and of course where you're streaming with me from. In the case it is your first time, kindly consider subscribing. To the Kawaida family members, apologies, our channel has been taken down once again. And of course, you know how this goes. In case we talk about anything that is sensitive, we know how it ends up being. So we're looking forward to literally be using this for the next coming 1 month before we get to go back on the main channel. The channel has really grown. We're hitting 12,000 subscribers, and we appreciate and shout out to all the subscribers. Without you guys, we'd not be getting our paycheck. Do you know that? And me would not even be happy coming here to do representation, and I have no goddamn audience. It sucks. It really sucks. But karibuni sana. As for today, our focus shall be focused on the rights to food. And yesterday I did mention something where we saw the French president. He came forward and he was speaking about the international taxation. I'll not get deeper into it because you know of what it is all about. We discussed yesterday on the Africa Today show. If you are tuned in, you basically know what I'm talking about. But we had the French president who came out and was speaking about the international taxation. This is due to climate change. But that is not enough. I have also seen that the right to food has actually come forth and is claiming to be threatened by the climate crisis. And this actually the reports being given by the UN Human Rights Chief. And we shall be getting deeper into that before the end of the show, but that shall be our main focus. As we get started, I want to talk about what is going on in DRC Congo. There's this video I shared some time back, and it was explaining much more about the exploitation of resources We saw how DRC Congo, not only children, which we've seen for so many, literally in so many images, the ones being this represented by the EU, the UN. Every time we see these videos, it is always the African children being other mining in these mining centers and mining sectors. And there's this video. Let me get to share a little bit of it as I get to explain what is happening, because I've seen that the US actually has come out and has called on the ban of the exportation of it has banned on the imported products containing minerals critical to electric vehicle batteries, but mined through child labor. It's still, I don't know why they're putting the but we shall be discussing deeper on it. I want to share this video very quickly. The DRC Congo exploitation of resources. I did share this, and we saw very clearly. Shout out again to Kamlesh. I think he shared this also on the WhatsApp, and we saw how many people, not one, not two, they look like flies. Sorry to say, there's so many, and this has all been led, or rather, this has led us to nothing but just poverty. Not only are we exploited, not only are we still slaves. Till to date, we're very poor. despite being in the richest African or the richest continent in the world. So let me share this very quickly with you. As we continue. Here it is. So let me share my screen. I shared this some time back, just last week. The chat, kindly let me know if you see my screen and if my audio is audible, if my video is also audible. I'll also be able to confirm that from my end. I believe yesterday the people were on Facebook on Katie's show. I don't know what was up, but I bet majority of you are not being able to hear the audio. So in case you can, rather if you are on the chat or on the live stream, let me know if you can see my screen or rather if you can hear my audio, either of the two, or rather on Facebook. I believe for Twitter and YouTube we are okay. Those on Rumble, in case you do want to watch any video we're sharing, kindly mind you shall be switching over to YouTube because we cannot actually be able to share both screens. That is two stream yards because we're streaming twice. So I can't be able to share my stream or rather my screen on both stream yards. It's going to bring critical issues. So in case you can be able to switch up and see what we're talking about and head over to Rumble, or you can pin your comments freely, kindly do so.
Couldn't really tell it's cobalt at all. This is what everyone's after. What comes out of these mines is one of the world's hottest commodities. Cobalt is used to make lithium-ion batteries, which power laptops, smartphones, and now more than ever, electric vehicles. 70% of the world's supply comes from here in the south of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
It's just like I was saying yesterday. We saw the first electrical vehicle has been launched, and none of this is being spoken about. When we're talking about the restructuring of education, I spoke about this last week, and we say that if we need to reset everything, it has to start with education. We taught about minerals, which we know we have across the African continent, but are we being taught the importance of it? We just told we have gold, we have silver, we have cobalt, we have this, but are we being given any special skills on how we can bring different kind of things, rather different type of architect in mining these resources, rather if us learning about these resources, because I think I was talking about us being skilled before we get out of school, and where we can be able to understand what we're dealing with and who we are dealing with, starting from our own enemies. Because I'm just seeing this, and what I'm sharing is totally different. So I'm seeing that there's a measure that the US measure would ban products containing minerals mined with child labor in DRC Congo. Mind you, I'm not just counting at this point child labor. I'm counting where slavery, this is a mode of slavery still going on for me. We might not be having people being beaten up and down, but still they're being overworked and being paid peanuts. Draw the line over there. So they're saying that a measure has been introduced in the US House to ban imported products containing mineral critical to electric vehicle batteries, but mined through child labor and other abusive conditions in DRC Congo. Question number one is, who is the USA to literally tell what the African countries should do with their resources? That is my number one question. But they continue and say that the bill targets China, which sponsors Republic Rep Chris Smith in the New Jersey says uses forced labor and exploits children to mine cobalt in the impoverished but resource rich Central African country. The Democratic Republic of Congo is the world's largest producer of cobalt and a mineral used to make lithium ion batteries for electric vehicles, a key pillar for President Joe Biden's climate plan. So let's continue with this.
As the world transitions to energy, demand for cobalt has tripled. It's an essential source of revenue in one of the world's poorest countries. But little of the riches from the cobalt boom has trickled down to the miners.
C'est en plus de 10 mètres de profondeur. Horizontalement, il y a 10 mètres. Verticalement, c'est presque 25, 18 et 17 mètres.
Around 200,000 people work in artisanal mines like this one, operations that mostly use hand tools for digging. Some small scale mines operate illegally, sometimes with child labor.
Isn't that what I'm talking about right now? This is why I had shared this video again, because it's not only child labor here. Look at these people out. Just look at the situation right here. I spoke last week about how many mines that do collapse, and we've seen children trapped, so many people trapped, and nothing gets to happen. Even most of the bodies, I think they end up not being retrieved, literally, or being saved. So what is happening right here? And my question is, who is the US government, or which organization is this from the US that gets to dictate about the African resources? I'm not surprised we have the African puppets who are working together with these European nations to keep on exploiting Africa and keeping it poor. But who is this? Who is this? Apart from the Rothschild and the Rockefellers, who is this, especially coming from the African continent? I want to understand, apart from just the president, who is this that has a higher say in the African continent than we do as African people? I want to understand, who is this one individual? Leave alone the Rothschild and the Rockefellers. They're way too far to reach. There's someone a little bit closer. And I want to understand who it is. Leave alone Macron, Anthony Blinken. Who is this? I want to understand. And it must be a traitor coming from one of these African countries. Who is this? I want to understand who is linked into the African Union, as much as we do have African countries involved in the African Union. And shout out to, which country was it that wants to join the African Union? Was it Canada or UK?
Working conditions are unregulated and dangerous. In 2019, the biggest tech and electric vehicle companies are increasingly trying to work with larger industrial.
I'm trying not to be brutal. I'm trying not to be abusive. I'm trying not to, shout out to Kay Williams. I'm trying not to, literally not to be aggressive. I'm trying to be very, very calm. Very, very calm. I don't want to jump into this whole situation with anger, because the channels are being, right now we are under investigations. We're literally being investigated. The eyes are all on us right now. We're on a probation, in simple terms. So you see the Chinese people standing there, the African people working very hard to make sure that the African people are benefiting from the resources. And then you see the Chinese people standing there they never say anything. Yes, Keith, I'm sorry, my streamer is kind of muting me. So yeah, I hope you can still hear my video. Let me know if you can hear my video. Literally, just let me know if you do hear my video, because I bet I am audible from my end. Just let me know if you can hear my video. That's all. A corporation. Who signed these corporations? That is one thing I need to understand. Let me share my screen and share it again. Kit, let me know if you can hear me, or is it my video? Kindly be specific. And of course, karibu sana and today's episode of the Pan African Bliss. Click that like button as you join.
A Chinese contractor to convert its operation into an open pit, which is supposed to be here underground.
Do you know how much of a labor this is? Do you know how much of a labor? Do you know? Oh my! Do you know? Understand this? How much of a labor this is? And then you take me back to what I was talking about yesterday about school fees. I'm not even ready.
In Hawaii.
I want to get angry.
係之前好危險嘅，
而家咧，
而家就好好啦。你睇啦，有細路仔冇細路仔。
Do you see any child here? There's no child involved in labor.
Yeah.
That is a Chinese person speaking.
但係佢哋都冇戴頭盔，冇戴手套。
呢個嘢咧就係
Of course, because they won't take the cameras where the children are. It is the mainstream media covering this story, so they won't show us where the children are being exploited. So yes, we won't see any children here. So you can defend that, because it's nothing but just adults here who also do not understand that they're also being exploited, and they're not supposed to be living in a hand-to-mouth situation. And this is why I'm asking, going back to this article, who is the US government to come and talk about the ban of products containing mineral mined by child labor? Who are you to control the African resources? Why can't Africans say what they want about their resources? Why is it that a cracker with three triple C's, like I said yesterday, a cracker smoking crack who's crazy? Who are you to come and tell us what to do? Why can't Africans become independent thinkers for themselves? Why can't you allow, literally, why can't you, okay, you claim we are so docile, we're so illiterate. Why can't you try give people a chance and see how they can reason on themselves, or rather by this themselves? Literally. Because the funny shit I never understand about the European people, they want to call the African people stupid, docile. You want to, any type of name you want to call us. And we've been quiet. But when is it that you're going to step back? Instead of you being so hurt by how we behave, let us behave our own way. It hurts you so much that we don't know about our resources, that we keep on being exploited. Let us experience it. Then let us at least learn in our own way. Can't keep on telling me nonsense. Come on.
因為呢度都就話戴個頭盔嚟啊！佢哋仲要做嘢聽話呢度老婆
They all had this good money in this mine. $2, family. $2. And this all, I think this is what I was talking about yesterday again or on Friday. I can't remember. There's something I was debating on where African, not only the despot leaders, but also the Chinese, the Indians, all these people, our enemies, including our enemies who are amongst us, they have all convinced African people where there's an opportunity, even if you're getting $2, that is a better opportunity than none. No. When can I ever not live in a hand-to-mouth situation as an African person? When will it ever be? When will it ever stop? Like me getting grasping at just a small opportunity that is like that is heaven for me. Don't I deserve better than just an opportunity? Why can't I get the whole bread? Why do we have to get breadcrumbs while we are the producers of the bread? I don't understand why we're talking about inflation again. Well, we are the producers of the best food all over the globe. We have the most fertile land, 65% arable land. Excuse me?
Despite the reputation of artisanal mines, many people believe they offer
Talking the truth. Always acting up. Every time you just try to say something, StreamYard is always acting up. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. You're saying, Keith, that's because you're childlike and I'm not leaving these rich resources to you. This is what my question is heading to you. Okay, put this as an example, Keith. You claim I can't be an independent thinker. You say this and this. Are you saying nothing but just negativities about me? It seems like you're so tired about my reasoning. You're tired me being African. You're tired of the way I can't think and reason for myself. And yes, you do understand I do not know anything about my resources. And because you're stealing, you don't want me being informed about my resources because you're stealing one. But if you're tired of the way I reason, why can't you just let me become an independent thinker? That is just it. Leave alone even the resources. You claim we're illiterate. It is so pissing. Again, take us to history. We've been the people who taught these people how to wash their ass. We were just discussing that yesterday. We built bathrooms for them. The most fanciest bathrooms you don't even see in Africa today. And now we're the most illiterate people. We're the most illiterate people. You remember I was reading this about South Africa, where they're saying that children are very illiterate there. They can't study. There was a percentage given. I can't remember the whole article correctly. But I was like, how is it that we become so illiterate? And if it is really hurting you so much, I'm illiterate, kindly let me become an independent thinker. I mean, what do you do when you're tired of someone? You let them go, right? So that they can reason on their own. So that they can be able to make choices and decisions for themselves, right? But you can't keep on telling me I have a childlike mind, but you don't want me to grow the fuck up. What are you talking about? This is what exactly I was saying. We have this type of now coons. This is what he's saying. Create job, create many job opportunities for people. This has created many job opportunities for people to afford food. And then he says to get to organize and support the education of the children. I was just speaking about this. I just said I don't want to be mad. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm really trying. But anyway, yeah. I was just talking about education yesterday. I don't even want to go there. But if you are tuned in yesterday, you should understand deeper what I'm talking about here. It's not making sense why school fees should be expensive while we have all these resources being stolen from Africa. We have people being exploited and being told that this is an opportunity just because your country cannot create one. So what you can do for us is help us steal the resources and get your $2 and get the fuck out of here. And come back tomorrow and do the same thing. And you want to tell me this is not a mode of slavery being practiced here? You want to tell me this is not a mode of slavery? And literally, our African puppets, clowns, leaders are watching this and don't understand what is going on. You want to tell me all that? They don't know that our people are being enslaved. Talk about the Kenyan tea farm. What is that? Not only am I enslaved to work like a donkey with no rest, but I'm going to be paid $2. And not that even. I might not be paid. I have to sexually guarantee someone to get a job or to be able to fit in. Nah, enough. Revolution is calling. Revolution. This is what she's questioning. Do you think it is fair that, let me read that again. Excuse me. Do you think it's fair that the consumers say they only want to buy cobalt from mines with standard that match those in the West? Do I think the consumers say it is fair that they only want to mine with those who have standards like? No, I don't think it's fair. No. Because you're the richest country with cobalt, dummy. And they're always old Negroes, old coons, traitors, always old. You'll not find a youth talking like this because it's the youths being exploited. It's the youths doing all this hard labor for the Chinese. And the Chinese, oh my God. All my life, I pray, I ask the universe to never ever cross, like, let not my lifeline be crossed by any cracker. That's all. Just that simple. I just want life simple like that. Okay? I can deal with the rest. I can talk about our African despots. I can deal with all that. We can call for a revolution, which is coming. But I can't stand these people at this point. I can't. I can't. Uh-oh. He said our laws allows mining of cobalt. Okay? Isn't it the same people? We see them saying our law claims this is illegal mining. Oh my God. Our laws allow. So you mean your law has allowed stealing of resources in the country? Because this is not mining. This is not benefiting Congo. If I am to look at the situation, why do we have people running away from Congo right now? Shout out to Museveni. Shout out to Kagame. They're doing amazing jobs. They're really doing great. Why do you have so many Congolese being displaced right now? Wow. You asked me, you're saying that yes, it's job, it's slavery, and the tea farmers are under the same condition. Literally, it is all over Africa. If I'm to look at the situation right now, what I've come to understand with the exploitation of resources, coffee, tea, silver, cobalt, everything we have, oil, everything we have, it is us African people working our ass off. Well, can you imagine? We have these people, we have these white people living comfortably in their cribs. Us being slavery, providing all the wealth they live under. Someone has to be sleeping like the whole night to be paid 280 million for sleeping. People just watching you sleep like a stupid person. What if you snore? So people enjoy your snoring. I had Shmani asking if you're farting. People enjoy your farting. Like, how do you just get paid 280 million? This is in Kenyan shillings. To just people watching you sleep. So it's clicking in my head. I'm like, so you people are living comfortably. Wherever you are, you can just get paid for sleep. People watching you sleep. Oh my God. This just sounds so delusional. While we have people working, their hands have to be blistered. Literally, they barely know anything soft in their life, even boobs. Because they're used to literally nothing but hard labor. Hard labor. They barely recognize anything soft because they have been subjected to this tough, exhausting, and pain work. I don't even know how to describe it because this is so sad. This is so sad. And this is what I'm asking, and I'm going to dwell on this. Who is the US government to come again and say that there is a measure which will ban the products containing minerals mined by the child labor? But like we've seen, the Chinese controls majority of the cobalt mined in Congo. Of course, you've seen the Chinese people right here, so you shouldn't be surprised. And like I said, when this article was coming out, this video had found it like last week, 2 weeks ago. And I was not even aware of this article. But, yo, till when? Because I want to move on with something else. Till when? Until when? I see Keith is saying that yes, Joby, it's all over Africa. It's a copy and paste. It's a copy and paste. It is so sad we live in the richest continent, but all our countries, apart from, I don't know, man. I think unless I go to Rwanda, I'll judge for myself. I'm not even saying anything right now about Rwanda yet. Still, I go there. I mean, yes, we've seen the development and all that, but until I step there and see everything working correctly, see the slums, well, I'm good. I'm good. Because so far, so good, the African countries, this is how our lives have been set up. This is how our lives literally, purposely have been set up. And like I said last week, it is so sad that every time, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or last week, I'm always saying the same thing every day, so sometimes I don't even remember when I said it. Every single day, we say it is so sad sometimes you come here, you want to speak positivity about the African continent, but there's so much negative bullshit going on, which I'll call distraction, because that is what it is. It is a distraction. It is a distraction to stop development, to stop revolution, to stop youths from fighting and keep on projecting fear. There's this video I was watching today. Can I really get it again? But no, it was explaining something with fear, something to do with fear. And it spoke nothing but just facts about we stop being scared. Yeah, this is what it was saying. We need to stop participating. That is what it was saying. And that is what exactly we need to stop doing. We as African people, we need to stop participating in their agendas. If you don't participate in this mining, where are they going to? Can they come and literally mine these resources unless they bring the machines and everything? Unless they do that, Without us, it's clearly seen here in Congo, they can't get this cobalt to go produce the electrical vehicles. We see them launching right now because we are participating. Only if we stop participating. I understand. Now I understood that very clearly. It is very, very true. You need to stop participating as African people in everything you're told. The 19 came, you're told wear masks. You did. You told you need to get the Ugali shot. You did. You are told to do this. You did. Next you know my bag is coming, we're gonna be scared. They're already talking about the climate change, which is my next agenda, my main focus of the day. People are already scared. There are so many people already are scared. Those who do not literally know anything that is going on, they have already been projected to the fear. The fear-mongering agenda. Stop participating. Stop participating. This is what the video was explaining. What if one day you wake up and say you're not going to job? And this is one question I've always asked. What if one day, for me, I've termed it in terms of election. What if one day, with all the way we see them changing the puppets left, right, and center in the African continent, what if one day we wake up and say, we're not going to vote, and we see if they're still going to elect that president? And then from there, we demand answers. Who elected this Negro? Who elected him? Because nobody turned out to vote. What if that happened? But that will not happen again because we are scared. If you wake up today, you say, I don't want to go to work, you're scared you'll be fired. If you wake up today, say, I don't want to go to the hospital as a nurse, you're scared you'll be fired. Fear. But what if? That is my question. What if we stopped participating? Let me play 5 minutes of this as I get into my main focus of the day. Literally, I see Kitty saying that so they make $34 a month for all this work, Joby. Imagine, and maybe sometimes because we're dealing with Chinese here, kid. In this situation in Congo, it is the Chinese controlling these people, telling them how to do it, when they should do it, what time they should do it, how much they should produce. It is the Chinese. Now, you've seen the videos circulating all over some of the African countries, African men being beaten, slapped, insulted by the Chinese. And even telling them how you ain't shit, and even the audacity, you spit on my face, I'm breaking you. I'm breaking you. You're not walking out alive, okay? You die, we die. Consequences later. $34 a month. Now you can imagine that type of behavior. We've seen them showing us how they can beat our African people, how they can be disrespectful in the continent because they're given you an opportunity your country cannot give you. But no, your country has given them the authority to mine and to give you that job, to make you slaves. Oh my God. Anyway, we move on. Yes, you see, you're saying that, yes, Joby, you worship these people, so they have no problem with them exploiting you and treating you like shit. Like I said, I pray all my life, and I'm very serious about this. This is no cap. It's me very serious because I know me. I know my anger. I have anger issues. That is one thing for sure. I have anger issues. So you don't want to mess with me. Okay? To the white people, to the Chinese, to the Indians, a man, a woman, man, grown up with a fighter. So I'm one. Did I say I've ever kicked someone on the balls? I'll break the dick too. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. If it is us learning how to use these resources to literally build up guns, to get rid of those we need to, our enemies, then we'll have to. We'll have to. And I just don't understand why people are so reluctant, especially African people. And I think like the way the term Katie used, until you've had enough, you've not had enough. If you have enough of someone, you walk out. If you have enough of a situation, you walk out. If you have enough of being mistreated, being overworked, not being considered, literally trying to fit in, you walk out and deal with your own situation, your own way. You find your own path. It's just like Ezekiel Mutua said, being from a poor background has to come to an end. I don't want to say at the age, it determine the age, but saying that you come from a poor background has to end. We have to take responsibilities that our parents couldn't take. We have to participate in what our parents couldn't. We have to participate, not participate in what they did. Participate in what they didn't. Get the difference. Because like I said, unless we stop participating in their agendas, they have nothing. They have nothing to project to us. They have nothing literally to weaponize us with. They have nothing to scare us with. Because we're not responding. But you let me know, what are your thoughts regarding this? You're saying that no, Joby, they can't mind it without you. Exactly. So stop participating. And that's all we just need to, actually, that's how simple we need to realize. It's just that simple. I didn't even know this is how simple it is. It's just that simple. Enough with the fighting, because maybe right now we can't fight. So what we have to do, if it's just us literally getting to know and recognize the use of our resources, create weapons by not participating, giving them the resources and us creating magnificent things behind the scenes, we're going to get rid of them. You heard we African people, we can create a nuclear bomb. That is amazing. That is so amazing. But as we get into the main focus of the day, I think I'll play this as we get to wind up. But let me share. Let me read this. What is going on with my main agenda of the day? And this actually, we can relate to the same thing we were talking about yesterday, Keith, on the Africa Today show, about the president of France calling out on the taxation of climate change. And this is about food. And I've seen that the UN Human Rights Chief has called out on the threatening of food, which is actually being affected by the climate. So they're saying that the impact of the climate crisis is threatening the right to food. The Human Rights Chief alerted, that was yesterday, and 828 million people faced hunger in 2021, and the crisis is projected to place up to 80 million more at risk by the middle of this century. And our topic, I quote, this is what they say this morning, is the right to food. And clearly, this is comprehensively threatened by climate change, which, is a lie. Shout out to Ruto saying that trees are rotting. Trees are rotting. So we need to get rid of them so we can get timber. It's amazing how I've never seen in my whole life. I've grown up around nature and how obsessed I am with nature. I've never seen trees rotting. It's not food. Okay? But they say this. Our topic this morning is the right to food. And clearly, this is comprehensively threatened by climate change. Extreme weather events and both sudden and gradual disaster caused by climate change wipe out crops. Oh my God. Herds, fisheries, which they are affecting.
What this saying is an absolute lie. It's a lie to you. It's an absolute lie what they're saying. That's why they're trying to stop the Dutch farmers from farming. They're trying to take away their farms so they can't farm. This is a controlled demolition of the world's food source. What they say, the UN does not represent people on the planet. It was set up as a lie. It was set up to make sure it does what it does now. It is not to help people. It was never created to help people in the beginning. But that was the fake thing when the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds were setting up. Oh, we're gonna stop wars and help Africa and help everybody. And everything since the UN's been invented, everything has got worse, more fucked up. It is a lie. Everything they say, because now they got control. You got every one of these despots saying the same thing. Oh, global warming. Global warming is a lie. It's a scam. That's why you got Macron out there talking the same scam shit. It's a lie. They control the weather. They're the ones moderating the weather by called eco putting weather machines, and they talk about they worry about the weather, but people cut down trees right, left, and center. You don't get out of here with that nonsense. We really do.
It is insane. But actually, what we need to realize, especially coming to Africa, because I see the images they're using on these articles is just nothing but the images of Africa. So we can say that this forecast, we've seen our puppets talking about this. Shout out to Ruto. Shout out to, I think, Ramaphosa. All of them. Yeah, all of them. We're gonna see them repeating, and shout out to Vince. I am again. You also say the same thing every time we see an African country saying one thing. Monitor the rest. It's always the same. They're gonna be saying the same thing following. Like it's on a repetition now. It's like a sequence that was waiting to just connect the dots and create the pattern. But that is what is going on, and I do hope for us, especially for Africa, and us having Bill Gates coming to fund bullshit which he funds, and us giving out away our lands, which are also taken away from us by force, because we're dealing with not only despot leaders, we're dealing with dictators in Africa. Someone who can just wake up and say, I want to rule for another term and I'm not going to get out of this seat. We're dealing with dictators who are not looking forward to anything called development. Like I said, development is always going to be a national anthem. None of us as African people are ever going to cram. It's just something that's literally that's going to be passing from this year to this year. We don't know what development is. They know. Talk about also democracy, which they keep on talking about. What democracy do we talk about? Because every time they want to bring their agenda, democracy is always playing part along with it to make people feel like, oh, yeah, there's a change coming. We're trying to participate in change. 3 minutes of fame. It's crazy. But African people, again, this actually I'll wind up today with this term that from this video I had. Stop participating. Just that simple.
They don't know that.
Simple.
Joby. Don't want to.
That's why I'm passing the information.
Africans are not as smart as you, Joby. They're not
That's
as
why I'm
smart
passing the information.
I'm
passing the information. That's why I'm passing the information. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm passing the information. I understand majority of you do not know what we know. Personally, I also didn't know what I know right now. It's been 2 years, trust you me. If you're watching this from Africa, I didn't know majority of these things. But if you allow yourself to learn, if you allow yourself to see the truth, you don't even need to actually even struggle. It's gonna just find you. Just so long as you've tapped into it, just say the yes. You've said yes, I'm willing to literally get out of this matrix and get out of this illusion and try to see things in a different way. Information is always gonna come to you. Trust me. That is how simple I learned. Information will always come to you without even news training. It will always get into you because that's what you tapped into, nothing but the truth. So what you gotta do for you African people and educate the rest of the African people, we need to stop participating in this fear-mongering agenda, in this fear project, because it's a fear project that is stopping us from demanding for a revolution, demanding for a change, demanding for every single thing, not living in a hand-to-mouth situation. Enough of us being told, this is an opportunity I've given you. I produce the whole bread, but you're telling me you're giving me breadcrumbs after me producing the bread. Are you dumb? I'm supposed to be questioning you. Something is not adding up. Like, I need answers. And they're supposed to be given. You can't tell me I'm the producer of bread and all of a sudden I need to get breadcrumbs. No way. It doesn't work like that. It's either we get the whole bread or we share the bread, or you get none at all. It's a one-way or a two-way. And it can't be a two-way if we're not benefiting. That's it. We can't be having corporations which are not serving us, not benefiting us.
Exactly.
That's just simple.
Most Africans don't have knowledge, and don't talk like you. They're scared of everything. And also, they worship the people that's exploiting them. That's the work of the Lord, Joby. It's the work of the Lord. Well,
don't take me back. You worship the Lord today, then tomorrow is Allah. I'm just done with now religion,
That's
I'm
Allah.
tired.
It's the work of Allah. Allah
I'm tired.
Akbar. Now they're gonna get up like you guys had hands. Then now your parents are gonna get up in the middle of the night. Allah Akbar.
Oh my God. I'm
Akbar.
grateful I'm not there. I'm grateful I'm not there. And I just hope my sister is already deep into that shit, so I can't save her. She's gone. She's so gone already. Because if she can't understand herself right now, she's still growing, understand that, but still get to see some things on a different angle. Why don't you question your parent? Why are we believing in two gods at a time?
Yeah, why, why
You made us fast.
when they switch? Yeah, why would you switch? You see, exactly. That was a question you would ask. Why would you
Mhm.
switch? You tell me that Jesus is everything, and so you throw his ass to the side. Now you bring me all out.
Exactly. You need to question all that. But anyway, good luck to them. I wish them nothing but the best. And
Allah
yeah,
Akbar. Give it,
let
give
them
it.
let them keep on bending over. I can't do that, man. I could barely kneel down praying. So is it bending over gonna help me?
Yeah, they got
Praying to who?
they got to pray 5 times a day, Joby. 5 times.
Who's gonna be doing all that? Bending over, like
That's why they. That's why the African with us. Why he's broke. Why he still taking back.
it is. That is for sure. That is all for sure. But anyway, we shall be wrapping it up here, family, with the Pan African Bliss episode of today. And for those who shall be catching this on replay, remember we shall be using this channel. So in case you've not subscribed, kindly do. Our channel has been taken down for a while, so we shall be back later. We have one strike remaining, Keith. One strike.
That's why I'm
One
not. That's
strike
why,
remaining.
that's why I'm not touching it. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and
Even
hide it.
if even if we touch it, they're always gonna come back with some bullshit,
I know.
man.
I know. They're gonna find. I'm taking all the videos down. I'm gonna go ahead and hide the channel. So way you can hide
Okay.
it with all the channels out there. So I'm gonna take all the videos out there, so and let it sit dormant for 3 months. So I'll tell the strike.
You like deleting the videos, or what are you doing?
They let you hide them. You can just
Oh,
they let you hide the channel. So hide.
don't delete our videos. Don't delete our videos.
No,
They'd rather.
they'll delete them. They delete them. They'll delete them if they put a strike on it anyway. So
Yeah, they will delete it. I know that. But anyway,
well,
family, much love.
all
Subscribe
those
if you haven't.
all those videos are up on Rumble anyway.
Yeah, and of course, for those who are on Rumble, thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and, of course, click that like button. Like I said, I now know where the chat room, or rather the live chat is, so you can all keep your comments coming. Jaba Jaba, I saw your comment yesterday, and David and a couple of people were on the Rumble live
Well,
chat. But yeah, we appreciate you for, of course, being proactive. That is very much needed because we can't keep on dealing with
we
YouTube.
might
It
we might
is.
go completely off of YouTube and just do Rumble. Shut down
Pardon?
YouTube. Might want to shut down YouTube for 3 months and just go on, then just use Rumble
Yeah, we
live.
can do that. We can also make people subscribe to Rumble and just have the whole thing running over there. But yeah, we shall see how we shall go about it. But much love, family. Thank you, Keith, for tuning in. You came in late, I guess. So
I'm
see you.
sleeping. I'm sleeping, Joby.
You see you when you see me. Much love. See you guys on the Africa Today show. We shall be having Kamlesh on the Black Kings frequency with a char, and of course,
If I
Katie is
can give
next with
it,
the African
yeah,
Diary.
if I can give his damn transportation, I guess if Sinway came back up. That girl. So like when they've been having problems all of a sudden all the time now. It's down. It's down. It's down a lot now, ain't it? Sure down a lot. Anyway,
Yeah, much love, family.
much love. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And tuning into the Pan African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Jody. Calypso, me like it.